what do we have here? Captain, freed the cable car. It's yours.
If your frequency really works, if that radio tower leads us to the signal, if we can contact the Flores, needless to say, this can change everything.
One step at a time, Doc. Let's just get you over here in one piece.
Yes. That would be nice.
Hold it. The signal. That's...
No, we're too far away. There's too much interference from the anomaly to find coordinates. But I have a direction. Damn it.
What is it?
It's either in the forest or somewhere beyond.
What aren't you telling me?
Nobody's ever come back alive from the forest.
Yeah, I figured you were gonna say something like that. Listen. You hear that? Something's under the signal.
Is that a voice?
Whatever it is, let's not keep it waiting. Jacob, prepare the truck. We're heading towards the forest.
Oh, the forest? Of course. Driving into savage, uncharted liquefies your organs was on my list of things to do today. You know, if I had a fucking nickel for every time...
Maybe we switch the radio off for a little while.
I shudder to think what we did in our past lives.
These powers. What I can do, none of it makes any fucking sense. And Alter, try to understand why, how.
Opportunities for study aren't exactly lining up. You're the first to offer.
Oh, I'm not offering.
There is one who's known for delving into the secrets of your kind, but not gently. He's an alter notorious for the trail of experiments he's left behind. They call him the Alchemist. Both sides stay far away, but he has a lab somewhere deep in these mountains. If you go looking, be careful. But, of course, I'd be very curious to know what you find.
I'm in. Point the way.
I'm still interested in whatever you can find at Alchemist.
So I'll go into my next list of tips in the next of the fourth part video. This one, the big thing I just want to mention in this one is that the creatures And you'll see also in the next video, because I fight creatures in that one. It's super easy. But obviously, it's not like I can't overcome human enemies too, or humanoid, but, well, as you'll see later on in the story. But that's spoiler alert. But, yeah, basically, guys with guns are much harder than creatures. Melee like creatures in the early game, in my view, at least for these kind of builds. Now, end game wise, for like all my end game videos and builds you've seen, I don't see a difference at all in difficulty between creatures and humans. But then again, that's also because all content is so easy for me on my builds at that point, so maybe that's why I don't see a difference anymore. But yeah, when I'm building my character though in the early game, not using any like this, just starting off like a noob experience again. And for builds like this, I feel like creatures are much harder. No. Humans are much harder. I mean, I can still beat them, but it's for some reason creatures are much easier. I think I know why, though. It's because the grunt-based creatures are much weaker, and that means you're able to heal off creatures a lot more easily, I feel like, precisely because they attack in hordes. And a big chunk of the horde are actually really easy to manage, which means that they just end up being a big source of healing for you, while you're allowing you to focus on the harder ones more easily with creatures. And also because almost all of them just stay in melee range, and you can just, especially in the early game, your own melee is still decent, and you can just do AoEs with your melee. It's easier to hit them, obviously, and if you have like crit-based AoE mods like Minefield already unlocked, stuff like that, it's easier to use that too on them by just spamming your gun. So, I mean, it's just, creatures are just much easier. I think it's because they don't really have much range. Because the reason the humans are so annoying is honestly their range damage. Like, riflemen start to really stack up insane damage on you later on. All the captains, the bosses, the ironclads, all their guns just do so much damage to you. And yeah, creatures, the alphas that you fight early on, they can do a good chunk of damage to you. And sometimes if you just stand still too long, they might actually do a chain they can actually do a combo where they like hit you 3 times in a row or something and take you from full to red immediately. However, that's pretty rare, honestly. It's really hard to get in that trap with them. Otherwise, you're usually just taking leap damage from them, occasional swipe damage from them, all of which you can very easily heal off the mountains of just grunt horde-based enemies that are much weaker than the riflemen, for instance. They don't really do much damage. They have low health bars that even a pure tank like this with only a gun can still kill relatively quickly. So, yeah, the creatures are just way easy. And the ranged enemies, the venomous perfo, there's only a few of them in any area, and they really don't do that much damage. And their projectiles, because they aren't guns, they aren't bullets, they're really slow, and they're also easy to avoid too. So yeah, creatures are just, you'll see, it's easier in the next video. But also, I got a little bit stronger in the next video. If you were watching, in this video, I tweaked my build with stuff I already knew I had. I got it on my way to this final area, and I was trying to see, oh man, is there a checkpoint so I can go back to Zahidi and add these mods I just got over my other mods. And no, I couldn't do it, so I'm like, oh, whatever, I'm strong enough right now, I can deal with it. And I did, and then that was me just kind of tweaking my dude to make him a little bit stronger for the next video. But also the next one's going to be creatures, which you'll see, for this build in particular, are very easy.